I'll show you how to make nice and crunchy pork milanese, original Italian recipe. This is Italian grandma recipe of pork milanese, nice and crunchy golden brown, nice and delicious. So today I'll show you how to make it the Italian way, and delicious. Okay, now I'm gonna show you all the ingredients you need for pork milanese. This is an Italian grandma recipe, so authentic one. So we'll need with good quality cut of pork, of course. It has to be pork, not chicken. It's pork milanese for a reason. So there's two options. You can buy yourself one in a supermarket. You can find everywhere two good pieces of pork without a bone. So those you can buy them everywhere. Look how good and fresh those are. So that's what we need for pork milanese. But you can buy pork with the bone, as you can see in here. You don't cut out the bone. They Italians serve it actually with the bone. So today I've got one without the bone, easy, nice and easy to cut out, or one with the bones. Slightly more expensive, but also fresh. In a restaurant they will serve that with the bones, basically. So it's up to you. You can buy that one or that one. Now, in that order, we're gonna bread our pork milanese. First, we're gonna bread your pork in a flour. This is a regular plain white flour. So we're gonna have flour here. All the ingredients with amounts I'm gonna put in the first comment below the video, so don't worry. So we're gonna bread it with the flour first. Then we're gonna have some eggs with salt and pepper, and a bit of lemon. Why lemon? If you add a bit of lemon juice to the eggs, then Italians saying you can get rid of that egg smell if you don't like it. So we can do that today. Then we're gonna bread your pork in breadcrumbs. Italian breadcrumbs are a bit like a Polish breadcrumbs, and we basically use breadcrumbs like this. They look like this. So we're gonna use them, but what I discovered is, if you want to do authentic Italian way, use a breadcrumbs, regular one. But if you want to use it, I discovered that if I use panko, Japanese breadcrumbs, I'm sure you know about panko's breadcrumbs. This type of breadcrumbs is the only breadcrumbs which basically don't soak up the oil. So they don't soak the oil, they are nice and crispy, give you this nice and crisp coating for your pork or chicken, and doesn't soak the oil, so it's more healthy and looks much appealing as well, much nicer. They definitely have better breadcrumbs than us. So I'm gonna be using Japanese panko bread because I will show you I made with that breadcrumbs and with those, definitely 100% better, those are better. So what we're gonna do in a plate, we're gonna add some breadcrumbs. To the breadcrumbs we're gonna chop some parsley, fresh parsley. You can add as little or as much as you want, depends if you like herbs. Italian original authentic way is they do add some parsley, quite a lot, and then they do add cheese to the breadcrumbs, not to the flour, to the breadcrumbs. So we're gonna add 50 grams of pecorino cheese. So it's Italian pecorino cheese. This is the one they use always the most, pecorino. So you look for that one. So that will be our breadcrumbs. So we're gonna be breading our pork in flour, eggs and breadcrumbs with parsley and pecorino cheese. So let's get started. Just a few simple ingredients that you can see in here. We're gonna add eggs in here in a container, where obviously not a flat plate, but container where we can put your pork milanese in. Salt, pepper, and with a fork we're gonna make sure the eggs are nicely combined. Let's not forget, Italians fry everything on virgin olive oil, so we need good quality Italian oil for frying, no other oil, to be nice and crispy. We've got 3 large eggs in here. Salt and pepper added, we're gonna now combine them. Now we're gonna add a bit of lemon juice so it doesn't smell too much of it. Okay, we don't need too much of a lemon juice in our egg, just a little bit will be enough, so a bit like this basically. Remember, the rest of the lemon we'll need to serve when our pork milanese has been fried up. We're gonna squeeze some fresh lemon juice on very top. That's how Italian lady, Italian grandma serving her pork milanese Italian way, traditional way, that we're gonna squeeze some lemon juice, fresh lemon juice on our pork milanese when we're serving it. Okay, next step, we've got our pork in here. We're gonna cut out the fat, and we're gonna need a cling film. We're gonna cover the cling film on the very top and use tenderizer. So we've got this tenderizer in here. If you have a choice and you're about to buy a tenderizer because you don't have one, it's supposed to make the meat tender and obviously thinner. There is two options. There's this one, and there's one which is completely flat on top. So it's like that metal in here, but it's flat instead of those spiky stuff. I would always go for a flat one. Why? Because this one is basically, if this would be a chicken, for example, or you would be using this tenderizer to rip the chicken in small pieces, it will be like, you know, it's too much. It will be ripped, the meat will be ripped, and it will be like, you can see through the meat, which is not what we want. We want to tenderize it, but not rip it. So this one is not great, but I didn't have a choice. There's only this one available. If you have a choice and there's a flat one, definitely buy one with a flat. So we're gonna tenderize. As you can see here, I put the foil and we're gonna do two at the same time. So we're gonna tenderize them as thin as possible, I would say, because then you can fry them better, but they should be tenderized the same size. So we're gonna fry evenly, obviously on a frying pan. You don't want one bigger, one smaller. So we're gonna tenderize them on this side, then we're gonna obviously get bigger, and then we're gonna swap them and tenderize on other side. So they have to be tenderized on both sides, of course. So we have tenderized them on one side. As you can see, they've gone bigger, and we're gonna tenderize on other side then. We have done now. As you can see, they doubled in size. Remember, this is not chicken, so it's pork and it needs to be proper tenderized and thin out, because if it's too thick, it's not going to fry up properly, and we're only going to be frying it. So it's really important that you actually tenderize them properly. Tenderized porks, we have to add salt and pepper on both sides now. Our parsley we're gonna wash and chop, finely chopped. Add breadcrumbs to the plate of your choice. To our breadcrumbs we're gonna add our parsley chopped and 50 grams of pecorino cheese. Okay, we've got 400 grams of breadcrumbs. And we have to mix well. 110 grams of flour. I like to get it sifted first. Okay, our tenderized porks, we're gonna be coating in flour first, then eggs, then breadcrumbs with parsley and cheese, and then fry on olive oil until nice golden brown. First, we're gonna dust it in flour. Make sure to get rid of the excess of flour. Our oil has to be really hot before we're frying it up. And it's ready to fry. And our coconut is done, as you can see, with a nice golden brown. Next we're gonna serve with fresh Italian salad. As you can see, nice and simple, just mixed lettuce, carrots, and a dressing, some fresh lemon juice, squeezed roasted potatoes. Okay, to make our salad to go with pork milanese, we'll need some leaves, mixed Italian leaves. So I'm gonna be using that one. Mixed Italian leaves. We're gonna add grated carrot in here, one large one, red onion, extra virgin olive oil, and then we're gonna add some pomegranate juice or sauce. This one is the best. I have asked in a restaurant what sauce was it if they were using this one exact brand. It's really good thick pomegranate juice for sauce. Salt and pepper, and our salad is ready.